Okay. Madam President, Commissioners, good morning, and it's now 11:45.
All right, good morning. Thank you, Director Wong. We'll go ahead with our pre-commission. Any general comments, items, issues, Commissioners, before we get into the agenda? All right, hearing none. Any comments, concerns, questions regarding our agenda? All right, hearing none. Director Wong.
Well, thank you, Commissioner May. Again, Commissioners, good morning. A couple of things I'd like to share with you. First off, today is an incredibly special day on the ACHD calendars that we look for each year. Today is Commissioner Goldthorpe's birthday. He's celebrating an anniversary of his 21st birthday. And so on behalf of the entire team, Commissioner Goldthorpe, happy birthday.
Hey, I
Happy
got another.
birthday, Ken.
Well, you're welcome. I got
Happy birthday.
my favorite present so far is a Dr. Seuss book of stories that you read to old people.
You don't have to share that with all of us.
Yeah.
Or not. Or
No.
not.
Happy birthday, Kent.
Thanks.
Or not, that's true.
Well, Commissioners, yesterday, the world's greatest communications team here at Ada County Highway District began the State and Eagle Downtown Mobility Virtual Stakeholder Outreach and Open House to gauge input to the proposed quadrant design that was initially raised in 2012. The Integrated 5-Year Work Plan forecasts that this will should go to construction in FY23 at an estimated cost of $7.1 million. We, of course, will keep you posted.
Wait, what is this? What is this again?
This is the State
What is
Street.
this again?
The what?
Yeah, no, what project is this?
This is the State and Eagle quadrant.
Oh, okay.
It used to be a roundabout,
Okay.
and then it was a square, and then it was, and now it's, so that's where we are. Again, estimated construction time in FY23 and $7.1 million is the estimated cost at this time. We will also be advertising the public hearings for the Integrated 5-Year Work Plan and the 2020 Neighborhood Pedestrian and Bicycle Plans that are in front of you for today's workshop, work sessions. The public hearings are scheduled for the 23rd of September, and it is a night meeting, night Zoom meeting. As all of you know, our maintainers, who always do a tremendous job, our maintenance team did an outstanding job Monday evening, and I'm sure you saw and heard some of the wind. I'm clearing a whole lot of branches in the roadway and one very big tree that went across Maple Grove. It's such a huge effort, but they got it all done. Also of note, there were some sporadic power outages based on the wind speeds and such. However, we did not experience any lengthy signal outages. Idaho Power was right on the spot, and they corrected all the issues we went for. So again, from that windstorm, that was the fallout. Yesterday, maintenance also removed very vulgar graffiti that was found on the Bogus Basin Road on the Jersey barriers and such. Again, we don't know why, but our team took care of it, and it's now gone. We've also hosted, as several of you know, the Commercial Developers Advisory Committee, and we did brief them on the proposed Integrated 5-Year Work Plan. We've also hosted this week our ADA and BAC advisory committees, and we'll have some summaries for you shortly as we go forward. Good news, the top lift paving is complete across all lanes on Linder and Franklin to Pine. Additionally, the 11th Street Bikeway State to Huron is advancing to the 95% design stage. Currently, we have 23 development applications and 25 plan submittals in for review. We also do not have any additional new information, as I briefed you a couple weeks ago, on the Linder Village Stars bond sale. Our latest information suggests that if the sale went well, that construction would be beginning sometime this week. We will keep you posted because we haven't had an update or heard anything from that. Finally, As you know, every week I give you an update on the small cell towers. What I thought I'd do this week would be something just a little different and give you a graphic to show you where they all are and what where we are regarding reviews and stuff. So, in a nutshell, there it is, and the numbers are on the side there as to what's been approved, what's being looked at, and what's in the queue, so to speak. So as you can see, coverage continues, and those are the locations and such. If you find this helpful, other than the just the raw numbers that I share with you, I'm more than happy to send this to you on a weekly basis if that helps you out a little bit more. So with that, Commissioners, that's the update for today. I stand for any questions.
Commissioners, any questions for Director Wong? Thank you, Director Wong.
Okay. Commissioners, you
Thanks, Marianne.
have about 10 minutes.
A few minutes. All right. Thank you.
I think we should send that list to our friends who came to the 5G hearing.
Definitely, definitely. And I think Rebecca should see it too.
I saw it.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, Mary, here's my book. You're Only Old Once, a book for obsolete children.
That's a good one. I haven't seen that one.
Yep.
We'll have to share.
60,000. Yeah, the 60,000 on today's agenda. Yeah.
Thank you. Madam President, Commissioners, good afternoon. It's 12 o'clock.
All right, thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. I will now call our September 9th Commission meeting to order. And Director Wong, if you'd please lead us in the pledge.
If you would all stand and follow me, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
States of
and
America,
to the republic
and
for
to the
which it
republic
stands,
for which
one
it
nation,
stands,
under
one nation,
God,
under God,
indivisible, with
indivisible,
liberty and
with
justice
liberty
for
and
all.
justice for all.
All right, thank you very much. Today, we would like to recognize Paige Herigstad. Her picture is there on the screen. Paige is ACHD's administrative specialist for our Adams maintenance operation. Paige has been instrumental in the successful operations for the Adams Maintenance Complex, as she not only orchestrates the myriad of administrative requirements critical to our maintainer's success, but she is also the linchpin for the public's interaction with Adams Maintenance. Most recently, Paige was promoted to Administrative Assistant to our Development and Technical Services Division. Paige, on behalf of our entire team, thank you so much and congratulations. All right, our first item of business, adopt our agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. Consent agenda. Items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a commissioner or citizen so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and placed on the regular agenda. All consent agenda items are commission action items unless noted. Is there a motion?
Madam President, I move adoption of the consent agenda.
I'll
All right,
second
is there-
that.
All right, we have a motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, the first item on our regular agenda today is resolution number 2323, public hearing and adoption for the vacation of right-of-way known as South Orchard Avenue to the city of Kuna, south of East Avalon Street and north of Indian Creek, Kuna, Idaho, 83634. This is a public hearing with a request for adoption. I will now open our public hearing, and we will hear from Mr. Surter. Welcome.
Oh, sorry. Where is it to share the screen here? Madam President, Commissioners, for the record, David Serdar, Right-of-Way Supervisor, ACHD. This is a public hearing and decision briefing for a vacation of right-of-way at Orchard Street in Kuna. ACHD received an application from JUB Engineers on behalf of the City of Kuna. The area proposed for vacation is 0.196 acres. Fees were waived in accordance with the fee waiver agreement with Kuna City and ACHD. As a note, final recording will not take place until ACHD receives finalized legal descriptions for the easements for the turnaround and sidewalk. The proposed vacation area is just north of Indian Creek, which is right there on my arrow. And the vacation area is right there, and just south of Avalon Street on Orchard Street. This is a more detailed slide of the vacation. It actually orients to the north, so the right side is actually the north, so that would be up on the previous slide. As you can see, there is currently no turnaround right there on this property, and the road dead ends. ACHD requested that the applicant give a permanent easement for the sidewalk, which is right in this area, right here. ACHD also worked to have a place for a turnaround, which is, the turnaround is right here, and we would actually go on their property. This requires an easement for ingress and egress on both the ACHD vacation as well as the applicant's parking lot. ACHD staff believes this situation is superior to the current situation of no turnaround. ACHD will not record the vacation until the
legal descriptions and executed easements have been received. It is staff recommendation that the commission, adopt resolution 2323. I will remain standing for any questions.
All right, thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions? All right, hearing none. Ms. Spencer, do we have anyone that has signed up?
We do not.
All right, going once.
Nope.
All right, Mr. Serter, before I close the public hearing, any additional comments?
Madam President, I do not have any.
All right, thank you very much. No one has signed up to testify, so I will now close our public hearing. Commissioners, you now have this item before you.
Madam President,
Commissioner Goldthorpe.
I would make a motion that we adopt and sign resolution number 2323, authorizing the proposed vacation of public right-of-way as per the staff report.
Thank you.
Second.
Is there a second? Is
I
that
second
Commissioner
it.
Baker? Commissioner
Yeah.
Arnold?
I seconded
All
it.
right. We have a motion. Is there any discussion? All right. Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right. Thank you very much. Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Serter. The next item on our regular agenda is the results of a live private auction of surplus property. This is an information-only brief, and we will be hearing from Lori Baird. Welcome, Lori.
Okay, thank you. Madam President, Commissioners, my name is Lori Baird. I'm the Real Estate Management Specialist. I'm here to give the results of a live auction that we had. The story behind the auction is on January 15th, the Commission adopted resolution number 2302 declaring the property located at 5020 West State Street to be surplus property. After that, we offered the property to the two adjoining property owners, and both of them wanted it, Ben Kaufman and Tony Rinaldi. So per Idaho code, we were required to hold a private auction between the two parties. And the terms of the auction were that the minimum bid amount would not be less than the appraised value of $22,000. Each bid increment would be in $500 increments. The winner of the auction would be required to pay 10% down the day of the auction and close within 90 days. The auction was held September 3rd at 11:30 a.m. via Zoom. Lori Baird conducted it, and both of the property owners attended it, as well as Deputy Director Dave Wallace. The winning bidder was Ben Kaufman, and he bid. The winning bid was $60,000. Staff recommends the Commission accepts the bid of $60,000 from Mr. Kaufman and authorizes the sale of the subject property.
All right, thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions or comments?
Commissioner
No,
May.
just good job, Laura. You really
Yeah.
raised the price.
Thank you.
Commissioner May, I have
Nicely
a
done.
comment.
Commissioner Arnold.
Thank you. It looks like this doesn't require any action on our part. However, I would like to suggest that we earmark those funds for community programs and start an account that's dedicated to community programs. Commissioner Goldthorpe brought up during the budget hearing using unexpected or excess funds from low bids on projects to be placed in funds for community programs. And I think that's a good idea. So this is a good time to start that. And I don't know if that's something we can take formal action on today, or if it's something that we would need to take action on at a later date.
Any further comments on that? I think that that would be a good idea to do that. Mr. Price, is this something that we need to defer and address at a later date?
Yes, excuse me, Steve Price, General Counsel for the record. Yes, it's a budgetary item, and anything in the future, we could do that. Staff could bring to you a proposal in the form of a resolution that would earmark those funds to be set aside in the future for community programs.
All right.
But that'll
Like
that'll be something the commission president and the director can work out, and we would put that on a future commission agenda.
Great.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Price. All right. Any other comments?
Yes, Madam President, I think that would be an
Commissioner Goldthorpe.
idea.
Happy birthday.
Very good. Very good. We'll move forward with something on that item. All right. Any further comments? All right. Congratulations, Lori. Well done. That takes us to our last item on our regular agenda, which is public communications. Do we have anyone signed up, Ms. Spencer?
Not today.
Not today. All right. Hearing none, then we will stand adjourned, and we will move into our post-commission agenda with a presentation on our integrated 5-year work plan, presentation by Christy. I know she's here because I saw her just a little bit ago. I thought, maybe not.
Which one is it? It's the... No.
There she is.
No. Insulin comment?
There we go.
That's the one.
Madam President, Commissioners, Dave Wallace, Deputy Director of Plans and Projects. Just a brief word ahead of Christie's excellent presentation. This is just a reminder that this is not a comment on inputs received for the plan. It's in fact a reflection on the proposed integrated 5-year work plan as built by Christie and Ryan Head.
Thank you very much. Welcome, Christy.
Welcome, thank you. All right, just getting my stuff set up. Good afternoon, Madam President and Commissioners. For the record, Christy Enselman, Planning and Projects Department. The purpose of this work session is to review with the Commission the comments we've received from the public and our partner agencies in preparation for the adoption hearing on September 23rd for the final draft of the 21-25 Integrated 5-Year Work Plan. This will be the 7th work session with the Commission this year. You've had to see my face a lot this year. The budget was adopted by the Commission on August 26th. As you know, the first 2 years, the 21 and 22 of the plan match the proposed budget. Years 3 through 5 are the funded years, and the out years are programmed and unfunded. During this year's open comment period, which ran from July 16th through August 21st, we received 4 partner agency responses from the cities of Meridian, Star, and Eagle, as well as from Ada County. We received 1 neighborhood association comment, 1 advisory committee comment, and we received 65 individual comments, 56 of which came from the online map, and 9 from our Projects and Tell Us emails. This is a total of 71 inputs, which is an increase of 23 from last year's comment period. I'll go into more detail of each of these groups as part of my presentation. The City of Meridian was very supportive of the programming efforts. They had 1 request, which was to delay the projects or the improvements to the 10-mile corridor south of Victory Road and accelerate the Linder Road overpass project. The 10-mile road projects are regional priority corridor, and the Linder Road overpass is a joint project with ITD. They have not indicated a priority yet, and staff is waiting for that indication. The City of Eagle requested the inclusion of the Eagle Road and Ranch Drive pedestrian crossing into the plan. The West Ada School District has now expressed support for the project when they hadn't in the past. The school district may need to commit to supply a crossing guard at this location. So in response, staff added this project to the integrated 5-year work plan in out years. The city also requested we design 2 cross sections for Beacon Light Road. The recently adopted CIP identifies the earliest forecasted need sometime between 2031 and 2035. Likely, we're at least 10 years away from beginning those discussions. The city would like to advance some projects through a cooperative process, and staff will reach out to the city to begin those conversations. The City of Star had several project requests. They requested the expansion of Floating Feather Road and Pollard Lane projects to make sure a continuous bike ped facility is provided from Munger to Pollard Lane. Several projects are currently programmed in the plan. That includes the Pollard Lane project and the Floating Feather, which does provide pedestrian facilities. Those are scheduled for construction in 2023. And this comment was provided to the PM, and so we'll reevaluate those projects to make sure that no gaps were missed. They also requested to expand the Munger Road Bridge projects to fill pedestrian gaps. This too has been shared with the PMs, and we will evaluate where the gaps exist and how to best address this concern. We may need to rescope this project to evaluate what the options are to create some connectivity. They also requested the addition of the Plummer Road State Highway to Floating Feather project. This project has not been scoped, so this will need to be added to our next scoping to see if we can include this in a future update. They also requested Star Road State Highway 44 to Boise River. This project was scoped during our efforts over the summer, and in response to the letter, staff added this project to the integrated 5-year work plan in the out years. Ada County responded that the Southwest Boise area should be a priority and identified 4 corridors. This is consistent with the results of the annual report completed in January that identified this as a hotspot of need. In response to the report, many of the roadway segments they identified were either accelerated or added to the plan. They expressed concern that only 9 of their top 30 community programs projects were added to the plan. We continue to look for opportunities to add community program projects. Additionally, with the acceleration and addition of the roadway and intersection projects to the plan, we will provide much needed bike and ped connectivity to that area. The Boise Bike Boulevard Coalition is supportive of the new bikeway signage program and would like the low stress bike network to be completed or to be prioritized and completed within the next 5 years. Of note, we added approximately $1 million to the plan for bikeways, which equates to approximately 90 miles. The cost estimates in the plan are conservative, and we will likely be able to stretch those dollars to include more projects. And then as a reminder, with the projects currently programmed, 40% of the population of Ada County will be within a 1/4 mile of a low-stress bikeway when completed. The Bicycle Advisory Committee requested that we accelerate the Kuna Middle School Zone 10-mile and Boise Street project to construction year 21. It's currently programmed for design in 21 and construction in 22. This request has been shared with the PM, who is evaluating whether this can be accelerated. They also had several comments regarding project scope. So Maple Grove Road, Victory to Overland, this project has been designed and is programmed for construction in 21 and is currently out for bid. The Overland and Philippi Street crossing, they requested the addition of a bike push button, which has been added to the project scope. Horseshoe Bend State to Hill project description has been updated to clarify that this project is a multi-use pathway. We received 65 individual comments on the draft plan. A complete list of these comments were provided to the Commission as part of the hearing packet. All comments received will also be shared with the project managers for those programs, as well as our partner agencies. The staff proposes the following changes for the final draft. in response to the comments we've received. And that's the addition of the Eagle Road and Ranch Drive pedestrian crossing, the addition of the Star Road, Main Street to State Highway sidewalk project, revise the Horseshoe Bend State to Hill description to clarify it will be a multi-use pathway, and expand the scope of the Overland and Philippi Crossing project to include a push button. Today we will release the final draft to the public, and we will be back before you on September 23rd for adoption. I'd also like to show you the changes that we've made to the interactive map, and afterwards I will stand for any questions. Maybe. Oh wait, that's right. What? Can you guys see the map? Yes? Okay, good. Sometimes it likes to play nice, sometimes it doesn't. So we've been working with our GIS department and also in response to some comments that we received on the Integrated 5-Year Work Plan interactive map to make this a little more, even more user-friendly than it already is. So on this first tab, I just wanted to draw attention that we did add some layers that show the actual neighborhood planning area. So if somebody wants to zoom in just on a specific planning area, those are shaded and they are labeled so people can go in and look at those directly. And then we also went through and split out our bike and pedestrian projects so that we have separate tabs for each one. They can go in and look at all of the bikeway projects that are programmed, as well as all of the pedestrian projects that are programmed. And again, it'll continue to be interactive. You can click on any one of those projects to get additional information, as well as the project sheets. They give you cost and additional. Okay, and I will stand for any questions.
Nicely done, Christy. Thank you very much. That's a big job. Commissioner Goldthorpe?
Yeah, I'd like to express my thanks too. I watched some of the comments about the GIS aspects of the map, and I appreciate those changes being made, and also to the attention paid to the public and our partners on the inclusion of their concerns on our 5-year integrated work plan and plans going forward.
Absolutely. Any other comments, commissioners, or questions for Christy?
Madam President?
Commissioner Hanson?
Yes, I also want to weigh in and say thanks. This is every year the 5-year plan gets better and better and more friendly to the public so they can go in. As we know, it's ongoing, and I know all year round, because we're always telling people, provide input through telesis and others, and so those get incorporated in the plan. Some do, some don't. Is there a way of sort of reflecting, because I know that there are comments that happen year round, and those are just as valuable as those that happen between July 16th and August 21st. Those that are reflecting on aspects of the plan, or maybe a scoping has changed because of that input. The other, of course, is that the neighborhood associations talk to the commissioners, so a lot of the neighborhood input, a lot of the input I provided to Ryan and staff back in the spring came directly from the neighborhood associations. So I think they didn't feel the need to go and do an additional weigh-in because they already provided a lot of info. Is there a way of reflecting sort of what the year-round input is, and maybe what some of the things that still need to be resolved or need to be added to or subtracted from some of the projects?
We can reflect it yearly. I mean, we do keep Commissioner Hanson. We do keep track of all the comments we receive via TELUS and project emails, as well as comments we get from our advisory committees. If you would like a tracking to show comments we received year round, that's something we could probably put together for you.
I don't want to create too much work. I just want to clarify that the input that's provided year-round is just as valuable as the input that was provided over that one short month, because there's a lot of people, I think, who assumed, well, I already told you that, and often the scope that you describe, that's described on the website, isn't detailed enough to get to the specifics. So we're sort of hopeful that that's part of the scope.
Yeah, Commissioner Arnold, I would agree. All of those comments are valuable, and we utilize those comments when we build this program.
Yeah, thanks. I know, because John.
I was looking at Commissioner Arnold, and then I was talking to Shea. Sorry, Commissioner Hanson. See, I've been in front of you guys too many times here.
No problem. I'll put on a mask next time. Yeah, I know, because John Watson was explaining he gets over 100 requests just in his area, and he considers all of them. And so the assurance was, yes, those issues are considered. If it's near a project that is in the 5-year plan, people may not realize that the request they're making may not be is in the 5-year plan, or it's very near it. And so his assurance was, yes, we take into consideration all those comments year round that we get, and he said he gets over 100 just in return.
Yeah, Commissioner Hanson, I would agree. I actually have a running Excel spreadsheet for every TELUS and project email that I receive, what project they're on, and what my response was, and how we can look at that for the plan. So yes, absolutely, we look at all of those.
Oh, great. Yeah, the nerd in me would love to see that.
Very good. No, hearing none. Christy, thank you very much. We appreciate the update and all the hard work for you and your team. All right, our next presentation will be our 2020 Neighborhood Pedestrian and Bicycle Plan update. I believe Addendum will be presenting that to us.
Madam President, Commissioners, Dave Wallace again, just wanting to hog the spotlight for the good people that do all the hard work. Right before Addendum speaks, just a reminder, this is a work session in preparation for a planned adoption of 2 neighborhood plans in 2 weeks' time, same night as the Integrated 5-Year Work Plan. We have received just this morning a letter from Garden City, and the inputs listed in that letter will be taken into consideration between now and adoption.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Wallace. Welcome, Edson.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Edison Bautista, ACHD Senior Transportation Planner. In today's meeting, I wanted to provide a brief overview of the Garden City and North Meridian Neighborhood Bike and Pedestrian Plan before their release for the public for adoption hearing. As presented during the August work session, staff has worked with the public and stakeholders to identify the project listed in each of the plans. This effort includes online public outreach, school workshops, review and discussion with the project team, which includes stakeholders and key ACHD staff, and presentation to the city councils. This item is an information briefing only. In this slide, as previously presented, we're showing the project objectives of the neighborhood plan process. As a reminder, for Garden City, in this slide we present the planning area for the Garden City neighborhood plan. In this slide, I want to present the methodology used for the public comment process. As mentioned in previous presentations, the public outreach process consisted in a work session, workshop with the future public school, online open house, an online common map, and presentation to the city council, as well as project emails to staff. Through this initial outreach process, we received a total of 213 public comments. The draft plan summary with the project list was included as part of the attachment in the staff report. A total of 40 projects were identified for Garden City. During the public outreach effort, we received comments regarding Adams Street and the recommended treatment presented in the draft project list. After its review, staff recommends a concept study to evaluate the corridor existing condition, conduct more public outreach, and evaluate the best treatment for this corridor. In this slide, we present the planning area for the North Meridian neighborhood plan. The North Meridian neighborhood plan follows a similar process to the Garden City outreach effort. Through this process, we received a total of 81 comments. The draft plan summary with the project list was included as part of the attachments of this in the staff report. A total of 87 projects were identified for North Meridian. As next steps, later today, we're planning to release a draft plan for the public before the adoption hearing. And on September 23rd, we're planning to come back in front of the commission for an adoption hearing. And with that, I conclude my presentation and stand for any questions.
All right, thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions or comments? No? All right, good job. Look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. All right, that's the last item that we had for our post-commission work session. Any comments or concerns before we leave for the day? Nope. All right, seeing none. Kent, have a good birthday. Thank you, everyone.